Happy to have you aboard here for the Really Big Barbecue Show.
Boing.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how's it going?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead, and he's in the crackle. Charbono! It's all about the charbono, dude.
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 54 wieners.
Oh, listen, Liberty, it's a shaking feast.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are into the second hour. Welcome aboard. It's the Barbecue Central Show, where we talk about only the most high-level barbecue and grilling items that are affecting the live fire community
Boing.
at this very moment, or perhaps even over the last weeks or months.
Hit me.
The show originating from
Palm City, USA, Cleveland.
and sitting in for this whole show is the pitmaster of Go Big or Go Barbecue, or your best pally at Mr. Brisket, Aaron Hunselman. Go Big or Go BBQ.com. We say good evening to those of you watching tonight through our video streaming platforms, Facebook and Twitch /BBQ Central Show. Also over on YouTube, youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, as we update the YouTube poll question of the week. Offset pits produce the best tasting barbecue you can eat, and 52% of you are now saying yes. So luckily the tie has been broke in the correct direction, but still a lot of time to go. We'll ask the embedded correspondents coming up here shortly, and obviously Aaron Huntelman has weighed in with a yes as well. So we'll keep you updated as the show progresses. Coming up this Friday on the Best Moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less, episode 296, taking you back to August 20th, 2017. And this week we feature Barbecue Central Show's guest Hall of Famer and a longtime sponsor of the show before they weren't a sponsor, but it wasn't up to him, Bob Trudnak from Bob Trudnak's BBQ. And in this spot, we end up talking quite a bit about a perfect chicken score that he garnered all the way back at the regional finals of the National Pro Barbecue Tour by Sam's Club. So, that was a while ago. And he didn't even turn in chicken thighs to get that score. So be sure to tune in this coming Friday to see what he turned in, and if it ever became a trend moving forward at that point. Would you ever consider turning in not chicken thighs at a KCBS event?
I did legs for a couple, and they didn't score as well.
What about wings?
I know teams who have scored really well with wings.
Everybody loves chicken wings.
Mm-hmm. If you can cook them right and make sure the skin's not leather, run with it.
What if you set up a kettle? Maybe this is totally illegal.
I've thought about this. I know what you're going to say.
Set up a kettle. Cast iron pan. Crisco in the cast iron pan. Fry the wings. Toss them in sauce. Boom. I mean, can you do that? There's no... the fire is the fire. That's like the biggest sticking point, right?
You're basically, when you're doing thighs, you're putting them in a pan of butter, which is just a hard oil instead of, frying oil. What's the difference?
Anybody, you think, I tell you what, when's your next KCBS competition?
Wadsworth, October.
I'll pay a quarter of your entry fee if you fry wings in tournament.
I don't know if I could do that because I'm the chicken thigh guy right now.
Yeah, but you're the captain of your team, right?
No.
Yeah, so you can do it.
Yeah.
I'm sponsoring the chicken portion of it.
Yeah.
So when you get in and you do it, they call you as first place chicken. You grab the microphone from some schmuck calling your name and say, hey,
they were deep fried.
Barbecue Central Show's chicken recipe, blah, 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 deep fried wings, F yourself. And then you can say, by the way, I'm giving a class starting Monday on chicken.
Come see how we deep fry.
Yeah. I think, there's no way that could be a thing, right?
No, I don't think so.
All right. But you're going to try because I'm going to pay you, and then we're going to see if we're going to set a trend.
We'll see if we can get the Traeger hot enough to get the fryer hot enough.
No, you're going to need to bring a kettle. I'll lend you my slow and sear. You can bring it if you don't have a kettle cooker.
We'll do that.
Yeah, you're going to need that. I guarantee the Traeger's not going to get hot enough. Still to come on the show this evening in about 10 minutes from now, the embedded correspondence for 14 and 35 past the hour. You can subscribe to the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less by visiting the bbqcentralshow.com/subscribe portion of the new website. And don't forget, if you want to hear a guest or segment again that has been lost in the archives, email John and let him know what you would like to hear, JON@thebbqcentralshow.com, and he will do his best to meet your expectation as you tell him what you would like to hear. Did you know, Aaron, that last week there was a Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Series contest?
Mm-hmm.
Winning it, of course, was Nick Hetwer from Great Pig in the Sky Barbecue, and reserving was Damon Holter from Croy Valley, so we congratulate them. There was a total of 6 teams there, which, again, 6 teams, not 16 or 60, but 6. And I thought that was the cap when we were putting this promo together with the folks over at Sam's and World Food Championship. But, fun little thing there. It looks like they did chicken and ribs, and then they had a wild card, which, is there any way for me to see what that might have been? No, but that's a fun event that's going on all through the rest of this month. In fact, the next Famous Dave's All-Star Barbecue Series event is happening this coming Saturday in August 26th in Minnetonka, Minnesota. You ever been to Minnetonka, Minnesota?
Nope.
Never? You're missing out. Land of 1,000 lakes, I think. For more information or to see the results of past events, go to famousdaves.com/All-Star Barbecue Series. All right, folks, we are about a month away. You know where I'm going with this here. From the 2023 Hartville Hardware Grill Fest. Hey-o! Saturday, September 23rd in the booming, dare I say, hearty metropolis of Hartville, Ohio, slated to appear as in-person demo talent. On the Big Green Egg side, somebody named Captain Ron. You know Captain Ron?
No.
I do not know Captain Ron. But we will get to know Captain Ron on Saturday, September 23rd. I thought it was actually going to be grilling with Dad, but then after corresponding with him, I guess there were some scheduling issues. So Captain Ron will be filling in for Maciek. On the Weber side of things, our pal and quarterly guest right here in the Buckeye State of Ohio, Mike Lang from Another Pint, please.
Hey, Mike.
And on the Traeger side of things, lady who needs no introduction, a crowd favorite for years and years and years, the inimitable Diva Q, Danielle Bennett. Of course, the real draw is the MC of events, me. Come see me, then you can see everybody else, but come for me. There's going to be a pork ribs and pork belly contest. There is a new mystery box section that the competitors will also have to be taking part in. And the best part is if you are a consumer looking for a Big Green Egg or a Weber gas grill or a Traeger wood-fired pellet cooker, the units that are used in the contest, and I don't know how many contestants are going to be this year. Do you have a
21?
Right. So was that 7
of each?
7 of each. If you're looking to get a deal on one of these, you can bring home at a discount a used Big Green Egg, Weber gas grill, or Traeger used once right in the competition that year. So if you're in that mode, make sure you bring something home that will be able to or make sure you bring something down that can transport those cookers back home, but only burned in. And look, you don't have to season it. The whole thing will have been taken care of. All you got to do is pay the reduced retail amount and then take it home. And maybe you're bringing home the one that ends up winning the whole thing there at Hartville Hardware Grill Fest 2023. So a fun day of competition, learning, but most of all, huge deals on everything that is in the barbecue and grilling section, along with representatives from many of the brands that they carry to answer all your questions and make sure you're buying what's best for you. By the way, if you didn't know, last October, he was on talking about his victory. He's back to defend this year. Aaron Huntelman right there.
This guy. And my sauce and rubs in the store.
Are we excited about
I love Hartville.
defending?
Yeah. I want to be the first back to back.
Are you nervous about this whole like black box or mystery box thing? Like,
yes and no.
I wanted to talk Steve out of it. I thought it was a little gimmicky.
It's a gimmick, but I mean, Steve, the pork, he's like, last year the rumor was we were going to have skin on pork belly to really throw us off. And then he gave us just regular pork belly. So I don't know what you can throw. Not everybody's a culinarian person to just dive into
it there.
Yeah. I mean, to do 4 different ingredients, I mean, there has to be a protein, there has to be a starch, or I'm hoping there are, but 30 minutes is not a lot of time if you're not used to that pressure of cooking. But they're also adding 11 griddles in the middle to use for that. So,
really?
Yeah, I don't know if they're selling the griddles too as part of that deal, but that tent's going to be so hot if there's 11 griddles and 21 grills going. But, that's just part of the game, and we're back on the Traeger grill and, see how we can do this year.
If you don't turn in the mystery box,
it's like,
are you screwed?
It's 25% of the score.
So you got to do it.
Yeah, you got to do it.
Wow. That would have probably put me out of thinking about doing it if I wasn't emceeing that event.
Yeah, there's a lot of good talent coming this year.
What's up? I mean, you win a pretty decent prize. You get some good gift cards and that you can spend in the store, and you get those really cool wood trophies.
There's a really cool one this year. The Red Barn Home, I think, is the guy making it. It's like a flame this year. It's like a resin inlaid flame trophy.
Nice.
It's like $500 if you win everything, $250 for the category. I spent it on.
Give me a percentage of you repeating between no percent and 100%.
I'm like 85%.
You said 100%? Absolutely.
Yeah, exactly.
It's all or nothing here on the show.
I need a second Yeti.
So anybody else looking to compete at the Grill Fest 2023, you're competing for second place at this point because Aaron from Go Big or Go Barbecue will be under the tent on the Traeger and ready to go back to back, belly to belly, and bumper to bumper. September 23rd, we'll see you there. I'll be emceeing. Diva Q will be there. Mike Lang will be there, and Captain Ron will be there, and Celebrity Grill Master Aaron Huntelman will be under the tent looking to go back-to-back on the competition side of things. So hope to see you out there. Again, that's September 23rd. All right, let's go ahead and get out of here. Oh, wait. What did I do?
Well,
let me review this for a second. Make sure that I don't do this wrong. Let me stop that. Well, hopefully this works. Yeah, see, I had a feeling that was going to do that. Let me reload that. Now we can do it. Some of the embedded correspondents are in. I see Doug. I saw John a second ago. I see no Rusty. I fear Rusty might have forgotten this whole thing. We'll see. Before we get to Rusty and John and Doug and Aaron, we'll talk to you about Big Papa Smokers. Listen up, gang. Our friends at Big Papa Smokers have something especially for you, the listeners of this show. Whether you're a seasoned pitmaster or a grilling newbie, Big Papa Smokers is your one-stop shop for all things barbecue, from their championship rubs, mouth-watering sauces, essential accessories. They've got what you need to take your food to the next level, both on the competition circuit and in your backyard. Here's the cherry on top. Big Papa Smokers is offering the listener of Barbecue Central Show an exclusive deal. Use the promo code REMPE at checkout. That's REMPE. As we used to say on the phone, M as in Michael, P as in Peter, E. REMPE. You get $10 off your next purchase of $50 on rubs, sauces, and accessories. Great. Imagine the possibilities. Elevating your ribs with Big Papa's Sweet Money Rub, or adding Big Papa's Desert Gold to your chicken or vegetables, or better yet, pick up a bottle of Double Secret and add it to your steak. Head over to BigPapaSmokers.com, start shopping today, and don't forget to use promo code REMPE at checkout to claim your $10 off your next order of $50 or more. Once again, that's REMPE. Also, don't forget to check out Big Papa's full line of recipes at cookingwithbigpapa.com. And of course, follow them on all the social media platforms at Big Papa Smokers. That's BigPapaSmokers.com. Sterling Ball and the gang out there, certainly appreciate the support over the last many, many years. We're back with the Embedded Correspondents. at least 2/3 of them. And then Aaron is also sitting in here for the last part of the show. So stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
Welcome back to this portion of the show being brought to you by Pit Barrel Cooker. And while I would normally tell you about how unbelievable it is, and it doesn't matter if you're a beginner, professional, whatever, forget about it.
Get that big stuff out of here.
There's a huge deal going on right this very moment over at Pit Barrel, where you can get a PBX or a Pit Barrel Extreme, or whatever the X stands for, extra large. You can get it for half off. What's the code, Aaron?
I don't know.
I believe it's PBX USA.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
So if you go to the pitbarrel.com website, you go order the PBX at checkout. Or if you want to call in, or if you want to email, make sure it's PBX, what did I say?
USA.
PBX USA, you get half off. So imagine the biggest cooker that they make getting shipped to you at $2.99. It's an unbelievable deal. It's cheaper than their flagship size. It's unbelievable. You're interested. I know it.
I am.
Yes, of course. Who wouldn't be at that price? And again, it's $2.99, shipped to your door, PBX USA. At checkout, go to pitbarrelcooker.com. And again, if you want to fact check me, hit them up on email or social media. Typically, it's Noah or Amber running those handles anyway, so they would be the right people to talk to and confirm. So, without any further ado, we race to the hotline and welcome in almost all of the embedded correspondents. Let's see how we're doing this here. We have right to the right of me, the longest running embedded correspondent from Texas, Doug Scheiding, right there, tipping his cap. And then right to the right of Doug is the second longest running correspondent from Michigan and executive producer of the Best Moments Barbecue Central Show in 10 Minutes Left, John Solberg. And below Doug, sitting in studio, the pitmaster of Go Big or Go BBQ, Aaron Huntelman, is in. However, we seem to be missing a Rusty Monson from the great city of Utah. I have sent out text messages. I have sent out emails. I have also started praying to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ to make sure that Rusty is okay and that nothing has happened to him. So I have a feeling that maybe he will show up or maybe he won't. In fact, we will start right with this question tonight. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no, Rusty Monson at some point during this segment will show up?
He will show up, yes.
John, yes or no?
100% yes. He's going to slide in here.
Aaron Huntelman, 100% yes or 100% no, Rusty Monson will show up at some point during this segment.
I'll go yes.
Yes. All right. It's not unanimous. He's not. If he's not in now, he's not. Oh, damn it!
Oh, yes!
Look at it!
Yes!
Got him.
Yes!
Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no, Rusty Monson will show up before the segment ends. Yes or no?
100% no. He's here.
Yes. Well,
here, but
look,
not.
Hopefully you didn't hear it, but I was the naysayer, and then as soon as I got done saying it, you jumped right in. Because I figured, look, if Rusty has never missed, maybe once, but he's had like advance notice. So I thought for sure, if you're not here now, something has gone on, perhaps something tragic like what happened down in New Orleans, which we'll never talk about again. And if you weren't in the beginning, you're not going to be in ever, but then you jumped right in. So happy to have you. What do you have a reason for being tardy that you want to tell us about?
I put in the calendar as next Tuesday. I don't know how to count to 4.
There is a bonus Tuesday in this month. So this is where, like, when they tell you to take out your house payment every week, this is where the principal payment starts to catch up. So, all right. So 100% Assurity questions. Rusty and I were both wrong on Rusty not showing up, which is weird that Rusty got that wrong, but whatever. We are here. Oh, wait, sorry. Before we get going, for proper introductions, Aaron, you meet Rusty just to the left of you as you're looking. That's Doug above you. That's John, caddy corner top right. I don't know, John, have you ever met Rusty or have you ever met Aaron in person down at Hartville by chance, or was that before?
I have not.
Not yet.
Has anybody met Aaron by chance?
No.
Nobody. All right. No Rusty, no Doug. Here we go. All right, so we're going to do 100% Assurity questions. Aaron, you know the drill here, so we're going to go through here. You were telling me either 100% yes or 100% no, and if it requires, since we changed the rules since last month, we will start to drill down on thought process and reasonings behind our answer. So let's play. Doug, we'll start with you. 100% yes or 100% no. Griddle cooking sooner than later will command 40% of the market, like Roger Daly from Blackstone says.
No.
John.
100% no.
Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no. Griddle cooking sooner than later will command 40% of the market, like Roger Daly from Blackstone says.
4,000% no.
4,000%. That's a huge no from Rusty. Usually Mr. Positivity. Aaron, yes or no?
4,001% no.
All right. I see we're doing a little Price is Writing on it. I will go 4,002% no. And we also have a unanimous decision, not a, what did I say? It was a majority, like incorrectly the last time.
Majority.
We have a unanimous decision here this evening. While I would love to believe that Roger's enthusiasm could ring true, I think that's just a huge number to get over on the top of. We'll go to the next one. John, you're next. 100% yes or 100% no. Generally speaking, pizza ovens will largely be done with popularity by the end of 2023, yes or no?
Coin toss, 100% yes, they will be done.
All right. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. Pizza ovens will largely be done with popularity by the end of 2023, yes or no?
I'm going no on that one.
We're already split here, which I love. Aaron, yes or no on the pizza ovens losing popularity by the end of the year?
I think they're going no.
No? Starting to get a majority here. Rusty, yes or no?
Hell yeah.
Hell yes.
Peace.
We're back to a 50-50 split, which means it's all up to me. I'm going no. I believe that pizza ovens still have at least a year left. I'm interested, Rusty, why do you think they will lose popularity?
Because at first they're really cool. Like you even want to take the 3 days to make your dough out or go, make it. And it's really fun. But then you do it a couple times. You're, man, I got to make this pizza dough. I got to do all this shit. And then you're just like, I don't want to do it. And you just flip your Traeger on and you cook a steak. That's how it goes.
But doesn't somebody realize that after they get over their nerddom, they can also buy a product like Barbecue Bob Trudnak has, or that Matt Frampton makes, where you just have to mix water with their ready-made to go and then wait a couple hours. And now it's ready to go.
Yeah. But then people don't know how to make pizza, so they're putting lots of cheese, lots of greasy things, and the inside's all doughy, and then they think they suck at it and they quit. So you'd have to really be like someone who's really, I'm going to do this. And I think there's not a lot of many people out there like that. Too many people like 80 pounds of sausage on their pizza,
Aaron, do you agree with Rusty's mindset?
Yeah, because I have a pizza oven and I don't feel like making pizzas.
What kind of pizza oven you got?
The cheap Walmart charcoal one. I mean, it works. It gets up to like 600 some degrees. and everything. But I think like the Blackstone one is where things will go, where you have like the propane like in the turntable, where it makes it easier and there's less guesswork on that side. It gives you more time to do the other side of it.
John, do you think Rusty is marginalizing the greater general public for being a bunch of dopes?
Not at all, because my pizza face lasted about a year for just on that very same thing. And we don't even want to get into the fact that, griddles are going to take the market away from the pizza oven. So you got that going against it.
Are you saying that you couldn't, I don't believe you couldn't make a good pizza. You got bored with it, you mean?
I can crush pizza.
Yeah.
I got a kettle pizza, so I'm doing it on a substandard unit from 2016. But at some point you're just like, okay, I'm done with this. I'll just go to making pita bread. Oh, that's good for a while and it's fun. Then you go like, okay, I'm just done with this altogether. Kettle pizza goes on the shelf. It's been there for 5 years. I was done with it.
Doug, you agree with Rusty?
No, oddly enough, I had someone on Monday tell me that their pizza dome was kind of an entry level. No, I'm not going to name the person.
No names, please.
So, no names, please. No names, please.
Rule number one.
That his pizza oven was his entry level, and he wanted to learn barbecue after that. So he was using it as an entry into barbecue.
What kind of a pizza oven did he have?
I think it was an Uni.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I'm just, I guess I'm in a little bit of a disagreement with Rusty in the fact that I have been making pizzas now with my Green Mountain Grill pizza oven insert, which according to Rusty and John and Aaron, I should have lost interest 4 years ago, when I first got it. It opened a whole new avenue for me to make pizzas. Everybody in the house seems to like it. I've never, ever gone through a phase of wanting to make my own dough, cold ferment it for 4 days, put sugar cubes on it and all this other bullshit. I go to the Heinen's up the street. I get the ready-made dough balls, cut them in half, put them in my Tupperware, let it go for, 4 hours, whatever, somewhere where it's warm so they expand. And then everybody makes their pizza. It's done in 3 minutes. Put your own shit on it. Nobody overloads it because we've learned the right way to do it. And everybody loves it. We don't do it all the time. But in the summer, we might do it once every other week on a Saturday, bring the boyfriends over, and it seems to be an enjoyable experience. So I think we'll probably see a lesser number of freestanding pizza ovens coming to market through the course of the next, will be 4 months, so 16 months as the next year ends. But I don't think the popularity of it is growing yet. Yes, Doug?
Solo Stove just came out with their own product for a pizza, their own pizza oven. And the unnamed person was late to my meeting on Monday because he was practicing which dough he was going to make for a party he was hosting this weekend of people coming in, cooking on the pizza oven.
So this is a guy we need to track because it will prove either I'm right or Rusty's right. That in 4 months from now, this guy's not going to want to do any of that bullshit, and that oven is going to be up for sale on Craigslist for $1,380.
Then I'll buy it.
All right. Next question, Rusty. The next big backyard cooking craze is going to be these Brazilian cage-looking things where you hang everything off hooks on what appears to be some type of fencing that you're seeing all over social media these days. Yes or no?
God, I hope so, but no.
Oh, see, look what you did. I hate when I do that. It sounds so unprofessional. Aaron, do you think the Brazilian craze that you're seeing on Instagram right now is going to be the next big backyard craze?
No.
John?
I'm taking that. Yes, it's gonna be just cause it should be. Rusty's halfway there going. He wants it to be, but it's not. But I'm going with yes.
All right. I thought that laugh was the laugh of "Did you watch barbecue television?" laugh, which we all know the answer to that is Doug. 100% yes or 100% no. The next big backyard craze is going to be the Brazilian cage cooking, where you hang everything off of what looks like fencing.
I'm going with Aaron. I'm saying no.
And Rusty, too. So we have now, I don't know what the percentages are with 5 people. That throws everything off mathematically for me. For me, let's see. No. Look, watch these Instagram stories, and first of all, it seems like I have to be adept at erecting shit, which is an effective non-start for me because I'm going to hang something on there. It's going to fall down to the ground, or I'm going to catch the shed on fire. Who knows? Then you have these big, huge open pit fires. But I feel like, John, this is like your wheelhouse. You have an iron cross for you to hang like whole cows on and goats or whatever the hell, right? That's your deal.
Yeah, I certainly have had this phase. My Asado cross. I will tell you the best pork ribs I have ever cooked in my life are off an Asado cross.
Really?
Absolutely, hands down. Yeah, it's like hanging out there in midair. A lot of work, pain in the butt. I don't know that it really will be the next trend. I'm sticking with it because it's like, just go get Francis Mallman's 7 Fires and change your life for a minute.
Rusty, do you want to set up something like that in your backyard where you're hanging all sorts of fruit and vegetables and meat primals and all that?
I was looking at Tuffy Stone's post today, and he was showing
right.
And he had like 15 different whole pineapples, not even sliced up. I'm like, how are these cooking, first of all? And second of all, that's just a lot, man. I remember M-Girls had an Apache. I wanted it really, really bad, and it was a really compact version of that. And I think it's a really cool a thing to learn. It's something to know and something to get I would love to do it. But it's just like you said, it's like the barbecuers Lincoln Logs, it's just a little bit much right now. So there's too many parts to buy, too many things you have to do, and you kind of have to commit, to learning it and commit to building it. There's a lot to it.
I remember when I was at the HPB Expo, I was talking with Joey Machado, who was pimping his charcoal brand, but then he also has a line of cookers that he manufactures. He's got a pretty nice offset pit, and then he had this really large Santa Maria style grill, but then attached to the Santa Maria style grill was the caging, and he had all that shit hanging off of it that Rusty was just talking about in the Tuffy Stone video that he was talking about. And he had, and my mind is like, okay, well, you're getting away with some of this because for whatever reason, at the end of March in Kentucky, it's 30 degrees outside. So you're saving yourself from the food potentially getting nasty. And then outside of that, aren't you running in? Isn't there a possible safety issue with that? If you're not running a hot enough fire to like keep cooking the meat, and if the wind is blowing, isn't the heat moving away from some of that shit? So it's really not cooking. I don't even know if it even looks that cool. It just looks like a headache to me, but it appears that some people think it should be a trend, but we all agree that's probably... Did we all agree? John was the lone holdout. He thought that is going to be a thing. John's going to be wrong on that one, unfortunately, as history will dictate, but that's all right. Aaron, we'll go with you. 100% yes or 100% no. Have you ever seen a competition season in KCBS yield so many 700 plus scores than the one that they are giving out this year?
I haven't.
Rusty, have you ever seen a competition season in KCBS yield so many 700 plus scores than what we are seeing this year? Yes or no?
No, but it's fucking great.
We're going to get back to that. John, yes or no?
I have not. No, I have not seen it.
Doug, yes or no?
No, and it's effing terrible.
I believe we have our next unanimous decision here, which is no. And I'm with Doug. Well, I'm not with Doug, but I'm not with Rusty, and I'll wait to weigh in here in just a second. Aaron, what's your thought on the amount of 700 plus?
You can't complain about judging and then get excited about the 700 pluses. I mean, I think there's too many seven. I mean, that's a lot of 700.
Have you had 700s?
No.
Close?
No.
Rusty, why is it effing awesome?
We started this whole thing. Everyone's like 10, 10, 10s, give everyone a good score. And then all of a sudden we had this weird change where start at 7 and go up and down, And so there's this whole thing where people are just starting at a 7. It's really hard to move them off. Everyone complains about, the judging not being good. And then finally some of the judges the reps are going around saying, listen, guys, like, don't be douchebags. Like, do, really try to, do your best. Start with a 10 and just make them, knock you down. Don't start at a 7 and make them knock you up. And I think that's such a cool way of doing it because it should be fun. And as someone who competes and judges, I do judge harsher, I would say, now that I'm a competitor and judge. I know a lot of people are opposite, but I think you should try your hardest. But at the same time, I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to try really, really hard to, score that well and be optimistic, because in the end, we spend a lot of money. And if you get like a 701 to someone's 708, you're going home pretty happy. You may not have won, and you might take 5th place with that 701, which is weird. But
I think somebody got like a 722.
You're stoked.
Yep.
Yeah, and that's cool, man. I think that's a cool way of looking at stuff. It's more optimistic, makes people feel better about competition barbecue. And honestly, I think a lot of it was the judging and how low the judging was. It was really turning people off, and they were really getting disappointed. And it was just hard to put $1,200 into a competition. You're just going to get, just killed on. So I think it's great.
John, you have any drill down answers to that or extra thoughts?
I just think it'll be a change agent. So if it'll go on, it'll drive change. Everybody gets 700. Something will have to change.
Doug, why does it suck?
Because it's promoting everybody to cook the same. And, if we want to give participation trophies, why don't we just, when you check in, you get your participation trophy, and then everyone's happy and you can get your 700 pin, and then we'll all just grade from 700 to 740 or whatever that goes to.
And they're buying the cheater chicken thighs too.
Yeah, exactly.
But Doug, we don't think that's cheating, right? We like that. That's all right.
No, I don't have a problem with it. No, I don't have a problem with it.
Here's my issue. I don't know why I'm saying issue. Here's my talking point on the amount of 700s that are going out this year. By the way, please let the record show I've never competed once. I have no interest in competing. Fuck competition. 700 to me has always been a plateau of excellence. To cross over the 700 point threshold, like rarely, if ever, happened when the show started. Rarely, if ever, happened as the show was really getting legs and getting through half of its life. And now, 15 plus years into the show in 2023, if you just show up, I'm being a broad stroker here, but there's a really good chance that every weekend the competition is taking place across this country this year, there's going to be multiple 700 plus scores. We're not talking like 700.8. As Aaron said, 722, 748, 710, 713. This has been a score that has been reserved for the elite of the elite. You have had to have had your best cook ever, and then some. You're awarded the 700 pin, and then the pin meant something. And now it appears to be given out like free candy at the 5 and dime in the 1960s. I don't know what the hell that analogy means. But it seems to be watering down the value of 700 for that many 700s to get going. However, we will look to see, as John said, if that pushes to be a change. In fact, it looks like the KCBS current president, Stan from Rub My Rack Barbecue, is in the chat. So, Stan, you're hearing what we're talking about, and now we demand an answer only through chat because I have no way of bringing you in through voice. Let's stop here just for a second. We have some more questions to get to, and we'll do that here in just 1 second. Oh, well, I believe I'm all caught up. How about that? All right. Well, this will be very quick. But Stan, I'm not calling you out. You're just in the chat. I can see you. You should use a pseudonym if you don't want me to see what your name is. You'd be like S. Dobo, and then I would never know who it was. But Stan, you have to have a take on the number of 700 scores that are going out, right? Rusty thought it's great. Doug didn't think it was so great. I just think that it's odd there's that many over the life of how long I've ever been watching KCBS. Your input is encouraged and appreciated. All right, we'll go back and finish out our Assurity questions here right after this. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show right here on the Barbecue Central Network. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. knickers, full racks, legs and thighs, injecting butts. If you've never heard this before, you might think you found the best XXX show ever. Let's get back to the most homoerotic host out there today, Craig Rimpey.
And we are back. Going to be racing through some of these leftover Assurity questions. Before we do that, because I didn't start out this way, we need to do the YouTube poll question of the week with everybody. Aaron has already weighed in on this. Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. Offset pits produce the best tasting barbecue you can eat.
No.
John?
No.
Like barbecue's one meat. No.
I mean, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? Of course, the answer is yes. Oh my God. Doug, how can you say that? You own the Gator Pit. You ran Offset. It was the best barbecue you've ever made in your life. You told me so off air.
What are you talking about?
I'm just kidding. You never said it.
I was like,
he's like, what? Oh, shit. Yeah, I'm just kidding.
What are you talking about?
All right. So we're still at a 50-50 deadlock in the YouTube chat. 50% saying yes, it is, and 50% saying no, it is not. And we have a few more Assurity questions to run through here. John, we go back to you. Given what we know at this very moment in time, Memphis in May, the barbecue contest, is dead.
From the heart, 100% no, it's not dead.
Aaron, dead, yes or no?
No.
Doug, dead, yes or no?
No.
Rusty?
It might be Texas in May, but it won't be dead.
I'm going to also make it another unanimous Assurity question. I say no. But I have an asterisk. Depending on, and it's a maybe, but depending on whatever it looks like next year, we're going to revisit this question. And it could be a unanimous decision in the opposite direction. So let's follow up on that just a little bit. Doug, let me go back to you. It appears there is no way in hell Memphis in May's president, James Holt, has said they're going to work on identifying new spots for Memphis in May, alternative to Tom Lee Park, because of the construction, the exorbitant bill, blah, blah, blah. Where could it go next year and be viable?
I looked at a couple of different venues in Memphis, and I actually liked the Royal when it was at Arrowhead Stadium. And, you know, that combined with the Kansas City Royal Stadium. So that was my favorite. I don't like the Speedway because it's all broken up and it's hard to get from point A to point B. There's a couple of stadiums. There's a racetrack that they have called Riverside. Why can't they do it there? Or at it's another one called Simmons Bank Park or something that holds 53,000. So the parking lot's probably big enough. The Houston Rodeo is held at NRG Stadium, and it takes up the entire parking lot. And that is the party amongst all parties for barbecue. And it's not by the river. You can't see Jack. And it's all tent city. And you have a bunch of people, 200,000 people come every night and drink.
John, where do you think it could go?
Cross the river to West Memphis, Arkansas, because they're jonesing to get that thing over there, I'm sure.
Are they?
Wouldn't you be if you're West Memphis in the shadow of Memphis, but you're just across the bridge?
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you'd be all over that.
Aaron, where do you think it should go?
Good answer.
Anywhere but Tom Lee Park, it sounds like. I don't really have an idea of what's down in Memphis.
Rusty, where do you think it should go?
Never been, but somewhere else.
Like it has to stay alive.
Yeah, it has to. It's you know, there's the big three. There's the Royal, there's the Jack, and there's Memphis in May. And I think that it's too iconic to go anywhere. It needs to stay in Memphis. And I think that it will. It's just too much of a thing not to just all of a sudden go away. It would have to fade away eventually and not just burn out because it's too big, and they will find a way to do it.
I don't know the geography down there where it could go. The place they had it last year, Tiger Alley, Tiger Lane, whatever they called it, that seemed to be able to accommodate, but it seemed to also be a money loser. And I think that's the biggest issue, that this whole thing is going to face. Is wherever it goes, is there going to be revenue generation? Is it going to be financially viable to do at whatever new place it's going to be? I don't think they want to get into a situation where it's going to start moving locations year after year after year, and where it takes 6 or 7 years to find a new home. I don't know. Maybe they do, and they can make it work until they find a viable permanent home. But I think that's going to be the biggest issue, is finding a spot that is going to make money, or at least enough to keep it going in order to keep the event itself going. And Tiger Lane or Tiger Alley didn't seem to be a viable option. It was just a holdover until the park got done. By the way, let me ask a follow-up question to this. Does anybody believe that the CEO of Memphis River Parks Partnership and Memphis in May had any type of consultation where River Parks built Tom Lee Park the way that Memphis in May wanted it? Doug, do you believe that?
Continuing with all my answers, no, I don't believe that.
John, do you believe that?
No, I do not.
Rusty, do you believe there was a collaboration between the two to make Tom Lee Park the way that Memphis in May wanted it?
Apparently not, because it obviously couldn't have been at a worse spot.
Aaron, yes or no?
No.
I can't believe it. It's outrageous. That's another unanimous. We're on a roll tonight, guys. I mean, this is great. I never want this segment to end. Aaron, you've brought new energy and luck and camaraderie. I mean, usually Rusty's bringing us all together, but secretly Aaron is a Rusty in person here in Cleveland, Ohio.
Yeah.
Follow-up question. You feel the quote of $1.4 million in change for repairs is inflated. Doug, yes or no?
Yes, I do.
John, yes or no?
That you can't call that from our seat. I mean, someone who dabbles in building things for a day job. I mean, what's the scope? I got to see it. We got to look at it, and it's really tough to inflate anything construction wise these days. You're going to go get bids. You're going to develop a scope. It's going to come back, and then you take it from there. So it's hard to say.
So is that yes or no?
I'm going to say, no, it's not inflated. And if we're talking about the price of rebuilding it, we're talking out our ass.
Rusty, yes or no?
Yeah, it cost me $400,000 to have someone come and put a patch on my sidewalk. So I think that's not inflated.
Not inflated. Aaron, do you think that the bill is inflated? Yes or no?
No, I think it's where it probably is.
Right, I also agree with everybody but Doug, not inflated. And to my understanding, Memphis River Parks, there seems to be a lot of clauses and supplements into this whole contract. I haven't seen the whole contract, but that this is all part of the deal. There was going to be damage. There was a third-party contractor that was agreed upon in the contract that was going to be brought in. There were going to be estimates given. We've seen estimates, $500,000 for concrete, $300,000 or $400,000 for asphalt, $200,000 for grass or whatever it was, $80,000 for irrigation. I don't have any idea how much that costs. It appears to be very expensive, to the tune of 1.4, or after the deposit, $675,000, and that is encouraging enough for Memphis May to want to go look somewhere else for that. Next follow-up question. Oh, I already asked, so that's it. We'll go to the last Assurity question, and we'll go back to Rusty. Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no in the past month. Rusty has seen... Wait.
Yeah,
let's go to Aaron. Aaron, 100% yes or 100% no. In the past month, Rusty has seen the Barbie movie. Yes or no?
No.
John, yes or no?
Rusty doesn't have time to light a smoker. I'm going to go with 100% no. He doesn't have time for a movie.
All right, John or Doug, 100% yes or 100% no. In the past month, Rusty has seen the Barbie movie.
Yes, that's why he was late tonight.
I'm going to go before Rusty this time, which I would normally not do. Okay. Sorry, trigger finger there. I agree with Doug. I believe in the past month, Rusty has seen it. He was just gangbusters excited about potentially seeing this for any number of reasons last month. And without any further ado, we go to our pal Rusty. Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no? And we should be laying live action on this so somebody could make money. In the past month, Rusty has seen the barbecue movie, yes, or Barbie movie, yes, 100% yes or 100% no.
Have I seen the future Academy Award winner for Best Picture, Screenplay, Actor, and Supporting Actor? No, I have not seen it. Like John said.
Rusty,
like John
what the
said,
hell?
I haven't had time to light my smoker. Bro, I work from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. 6 days a week, sometimes 7. I don't have time to watch movies.
Yeah, but I take 3 or 4 naps a day, and I still had time to squeeze it in.
You get off like what, 6? I remember, like, what do you work, 6? Like 40 hours? Like, I remember my first part-time job, bro. Come on.
40 hours a week. I'm in truck sales. I get up at like 9, 10 in the morning. I get in the office at 10. I'm out by 10:30. Couple naps. Dinner at 4. Again at 5. So, I mean, I still squoze in the Barbie movie. It was great.
I can't wait to see it, though. That's true. I'm really excited about it. The next thing I'm going to do is that, for sure.
Yeah?
Oh, yeah. For sure.
Okay.
So next time we have this question, we should ask it again because it might be a different.
How about this?
Every month.
Doug, 100% yes or 100% no? Rusty will have seen the Barbie movie by this time next month.
I'm going to say no.
Oh, switched his answer. John, yes or no?
No, he doesn't have time the next 30 days to see that movie.
Aaron, yes or no?
No.
I think in spite of us, yes. Rusty, 100% yes or 100% no? In the next month, you will see the Barbie movie, yes or no?
100% yes.
Well, we have it on tape, so we will see how that ages. And, all right, let's ask this question. This is a Doug Scheiding question, by the way. So if you don't like it, take it up with him at Doug@RowCookers.com. What's the proper way to count world championships, overall grand championships, or is it first place at one of the big 4 and or World Food Championships or self-proclaimed Podunk USA World Championship? Let me like rejumble this question. Is a world championship own like the overall winner? Is that where you start counting world championships or grand championships? Or can you get away with saying, I won the grand championship in the pork category at XYZ competition, and that counts as grand championships? Do you have to win the whole thing, or can you count grand championships per meat segment as well? John? What do you think?
This is nebulous. Like.
Yes, but so here's the deal, and I think this is what Doug was driving at. And if I'm wrong, Doug, jump in and say. You listen to some people on the internet now proclaiming all of this success, and then you start to do a little bit of digging, or you start talking with folks, and it's not overall wins, overall GCs. It is now they're counting. I won pork at Timbuktu's barbecue competition, and they're counting that as a grand champion in the pork category or beef or whatever.
Well, and who's sanctioning body and what part of the world? And like, are we going sanctioning body by sanctioning body? Are we going World Food Champions is over here? Nothing to do with it. It's, they're a marketing company. Their job is to create a reality of a world champion. So we're talking about world championships. Is it by sanctioning body? That's where are we going here?
Doug, where are we
help
going?
Me out or
Here's the point.
Yeah, here's the point.
Memphis in May, American Royal, Houston Rodeo, the Jack. If people win the rib category, the brisket category, they're counting that as a world championship. That to me is winning a category. It's not winning the overall event. And so therefore it's not a world championship.
Doug,
that is my point.
John, you agree with that?
I agree with Doug 100%.
I'm sorry, I don't know how to explain things very well. I'm a sales guy by trade and a talk show at night. Forgive me. I'm really out of my depths. Rusty, do you agree with Doug?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't buy that at all.
Oh, okay.
Come on.
World championship? Yes, you shouldn't be able to say that, but it's cool to say you're the world champion of ribs. That's cool. That's cool. Like, Let's
why
just have fun.
Why not just say I won the rib category at the Jack? Not I'm the world championship rib category.
Championship competition, which by the way is kind of weird because it just has to be a championship that involves people from other countries. Which at this point we are like the NBA dream team of the '90s, beating up on these people. But it's fine; they'll catch up. But I just hate the world championship thing. I know, but I hate the world championship thing in general. But if you're going to do it, hell yeah, man. I mean, you're the world champion rib cook. Take it. Let's roll.
So if the title of the event, so if I host a barbecue, Aaron, if you host the Mr. Brisket World Steak Championship in Cleveland, and there's an ancillary beans category and somebody wins the beans, can they say they're a world champion because world title is in the name?
Well, as an ancillary, yes. But I think if you're, all 4 meats are being competed and then you're funneling into a top 10 out of those 4 meats, I think you can't, your top 10 is your top 10 for everything.
So you agree that you can't be the world champ in a category. You're the world champ if you win the whole damn thing.
Yeah. As the reigning WGRR world's best burger champion, it was only one contest.
I'm in agreement with Doug. I don't think you should be claiming to be world champion in category. If you don't win the whole thing, then you're not the world champion. You're whatever place you're at, or you won that particular category at that particular championship. There are international teams. A lot of the, I'm going to speak out of school here a little bit, but perhaps some of these things that are labeled as world championships maybe don't also include a lot of the world. So, like NBA saying it's a world title, the NBA world championship. It's not really including the world per se. So just my 2 cents on that. Let's go ahead and make sure that we have enough time for promotion here. So I'll stop the music before interrupting me before I forget. John, what's coming up in your world that you would like to promote or tell us about before we get out of here this evening?
As always, make sure you check out Friday, the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less. Make sure you head to the podcast feed and subscribe to get that.
296 episodes getting ready to launch on Friday, if you can believe it or not. Doug, what are you up to on promotion side?
Oh, I want to say, hope everyone listens to the Baseball and Barbecue, and I hope they have the huevos to play your congratulatory speech.
Are you on the? Are you just pumping the barbecue podcast or the Baseball and Barbecue? Or are you hosting?
I'll have something similar to yours, but I'm not actually on it or anything like that. I'm on a different one with Phil Wingo, probably in a couple, 2-3 weeks.
All right, Rusty, what are we promoting besides sleep and wanting to see the Barbie movie?
You can listen to the Pitmasters podcast. I will be back hopefully shortly on there. Anthony's been winging it himself. Yep. God bless him. And I will be hopefully getting back into that more frequently. But you can listen to the Pitmasters podcast anywhere you get podcasts.
Aaron, what are you promoting tonight?
Locally, we have our wine spot pop-up for our first barbecue event on September 7th, and Mr. Brisket just became the brisket sponsor for the KCBS contest here in Wadsworth, Ohio on October 13th and 14th.
All right, so we'll look forward to that. It is Aaron Huntelman from Go Big or Go Barbecue right there, and then we have Rusty Monson from the great city of Utah next to him, and then John Solberg from the great state of Michigan, the second longest running embedded correspondent and executive producer of the best moments of the Barbecue Central show in 10 minutes or less, and of course, Doug Scheiding, the longest running embedded correspondent out of the great state of Texas. Always appreciate the time, boys, and we will see you again in September. Fun, fabulous. Aaron, as we draw to a close here this evening, your thoughts on how the whole live production comes off?
You create magic over here.
Well, it's guests like you and Rusty and
it was a good
Derek
time.
And John and Doug. I mean, we're all parts. Right?
I'll run away less when I deliver more meat.
That's right. Well, good. May stop by, have a quick conversation, not too long because, I'm very
busy.
important, very self-important.
Lots of naps.
Yeah, but other than, yes, as you could tell, I have plenty of naps. We don't need to go through any of this other stuff here and the production role, so we'll just get ready to head on out all the way back in the first hour. Who was it? That guy. Aaron Huntelman, Go Big or Go Barbecue, gobigorgobbq.com, the website for products and see what else he's up to. And then after Aaron's in-studio interview, we had Derek Riches from DerekRiches.com, and we closed out the second hour with the embedded correspondents, Doug Scheiding, John Solberg, and Rusty Monson. Don't forget that Aaron will be trying to back up that championship from last year at the 2022 Hartville Hardware's Grill Fest with the 2023 Hartville Hardware's Grill Fest coming up on September 23rd. So if you're around town for that, we'd love to see you. I'll be emceeing. Mike Lang will be cooking. Captain Ron will be cooking on the Big Green Egg, and DVQ will be cooking on the Traeger, and all sorts of deals and other nonsense going on at the Hartville Hardware Grill Fest. Again, that's September 23rd. Big show planned for you next week. In fact, I can say with 100% confidence that September is 100% booked already, and the month hasn't even started yet. And half of October, for crying out loud. So we're packing up big times, big guests coming up. This I can tell you. So how do I always leave you? September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American, Greg Rempe. Good night now.
Hey, what's up? This is JM, host of the Celebrity Grill podcast on iTunes, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Radio Network. All barbecue and grilling all the time.